What did you see on the goal?
So we've conceded 21 goals this season. 11 have been on set pieces when you include penalty kicks. It's a very concerning trend. And when you think about that number, if we could even defend half of those, how different our season would be. Does it change my belief in the guys? Absolutely not. I mean, you look at some of the performances, the effort that was given tonight, and it's really too bad that we couldn't reward ourselves with something. But when we consider set pieces, it really is troubling, and we need to figure this out, and we need to figure it out quick, because when you look at the last two seasons, we've been one of the best teams in the league when it comes to defending and scoring on set pieces. And right now, we're not that, which is going to be a real problem down the stretch, because if you look at any league in the world, a lot of goals and a lot of games are decided on set pieces. If you look at just some of the games today that occurred in MLS, several games were decided off of set pieces. And if we can figure that part out, it's going to be a huge step forward, but we need to figure it out.
And what did you see in the disallowed goal?
Yeah, it's strange that in this season we've had 3 of these situations, right? It happened in Houston, and then a couple weeks ago with Toronto. I feel the refs were in a great position to make the call. Anytime an opposing player is standing right in front of me, regardless when the ball is struck, if it gets deflected, the fact is I'm changing my entire approach to the shot because he's screening me. So they made a great call.
How helpful is it going to be for these next couple of days for you guys to be able to get some rest and recuperate? With the stretch of the away games, it's going to be tough. To get back on the winning side.
It's going to be great to be able to get some rest because it has been a trying season. So mentally, maybe this is what we need to just recuperate, refresh ourselves, and come back strong. But with that being said, I also just want to get to work. Right? After a game like this, there's some signs of some encouraging signs. I feel like the effort was there. I feel as if we created opportunities. And the last couple games, we've been quite strong when you contrast it to the 3 games before the last couple games. So for me, I'll enjoy the time with my family, but you can bet it would be very difficult to turn my mind off because I want to get back to the training field and figure this thing out. We've got a great group of guys, and our record at the time doesn't necessarily reflect the quality, but it does reflect how the season's gone. And we have to call it as it is, but we've got good guys in there, and we'll bounce back. And if we can figure out the set piece part, I think it's going to be a great step forward for the rest of the season.
You said encouraging signs. Was that the biggest thing that you saw was the effort?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you look at our goals against on the road, before this game it was 14 goals against. And when you consider that we've given up 20 for the season, that's a pretty bad statistic, very lopsided. But I felt we played well enough to at least get a draw. And for us to let ourselves down on the set piece is going to be disappointing. And then, of course, for us to not get a goal is going to continue to try our mental fortitude. But I feel as if there were certain things that have been very important for us to focus on, such as effort, such as second balls. I felt like our midfield did a great job of at least neutralizing their threats for most of the game. Sure, they had some chances, but at the end of the day, it came down to a quick set piece. And that's going to be disappointing for us when we look back at the game.
Thanks.
No problem.